pleased to see. I'm pleased to see that.
Yeah.
Just go.
What are you pleased by, Kasuma? What are you pleased by?
I'm pleased to see that I'm not being interrupted again, and to see the defense doesn't intend to run from the undeniable truth.
The true identity of the infamous Reaper of the Bailey is not Bruce Goodman, because he's not on this list.
Sherlock Sholmes. I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean,
We all know what I'm gonna say.
Sherlock Sholmes looks younger than Van Zieks, except he's actually a year older than Van Zieks.
I hate that!
Rumble, 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 rumble. Leg!
Van Zieks, this is not the time!
Yes, it is.
Hello, everybody! Sholmes here to save the day, apparently, because, well, you know, Mr. Maelstrom does not want to admit his guilt, so, here comes the great detective to save our butts. Hopefully. Maybe.
There's no place for amateur detection, Mr. Sholmes. May I remind you that these proceedings are closed to the general public. You will leave the courtroom at once.
Mr. Sholmes was instrumental in the apprehension of Sessho Jigoku before he fled from Europe. The court should hear what he has to say.
Lord Mael Strongheart, it's imperative that you refrain from bringing this trial to an end at this stage.
Is it really? And why would that be?
You need only recall your own words from the opening of the trial to answer that question, if I may. We will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings.
Terrible impression of me.
I thought it was very good.
Surely it can't be. That the shock of being accused of being the Reaper yourself has erased that from your memory, can it?
All truth, sir, has already been uncovered.
Get him, Sholmes.
Get him.
It would seem that we have a great many important members of the judiciary present here today. I put it to you, my dear fellows, should the trial end at this juncture? After all, why have you been invited to attend? To nod along to the prevarication?
I've never heard that word, but prevarications sounds phonetically correct.
To nod along to the prevarications of your superiors?
Like I was saying, I think we should still continue.
Order! Order in court!
I'd like to do that myself right now, actually.
It seems to me that we stand before a door that leads to a new era of legal practices. A door that is ajar. Let us emerge from the shadows of the Reaper's decade-long ascendancy. For you and you alone, my dear fellows, have the power to push this door open now.
I do like pushing doors.
The auditors in the gallery have no rights to express an opinion on court proceedings. Silence!
Okay, then why are we allowed to be here?
Right! The judge has absolute authority here.
Yes, if he calls the trial to an end, it must end, but will they really do that?
I sense dark things occurring behind the scenes. Dark things indeed.
I didn't get to read that, okay.
It's fine.
What? The trial should go on. Summon the witness.
That's right, we need to clear this up before that young Japanese fellow is something.
Sent to custody? I think it's sent to custody. My lord, you assured those present that you would uncover the whole truth here.
Don't look at yourself as outlandish.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's the very foundation of British law.
Is that so?
I was lonely.
Toast to my dependable colleagues in the gallery.
That's right, and somehow I'm here too. On of the trial, on of the trial.
Testify! Testify!
Testify! Testify! Oh, they're saying it.
Yeah.
They're actually. Oh, okay. All right, that's kind of cool. Okay.
Well, my lord,
It's these moments. This entire game just makes me. It's been like how long since we've got an Ace Attorney game now? I just sit here and it's just like, man, they had some fun ideas. They utilized the 3D aspect pretty well. Really want them to make another Ace Attorney game, but also I wouldn't be surprised if we just never get another Ace Attorney game.
you hear the voice of British justice, I take it. I think you'll find it rather awkward to silence.
I swear I'm going to become the Joker.
I think you already are him.
The court will recess briefly. I have no intention of shrinking from these allegations. Is it shirking or shrinking? Did I misread that? Hang on.
You know, you said it right.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
shrinking.
Bailiff, arrange for the subpoena of the witness at once.
I know, like, the scale is lean to guilty from the previous situation, but, like, image-wise, it's,
Yeah.
very suitable right now.
As soon as the gentleman arrives at the courthouse, we shall reconvene.
Recess won't be necessary, my lord.
Auden,
Mikotoba is a close friend of mine. He accompanied me today and is waiting in the antechamber as we speak. I do believe he's been enjoying a little trip down memory lane, in fact.
oh god damn it.
What? Professor Mikotoba is here in the courthouse?
Mr. Sholmes, you didn't know this would happen, did you?
My dear fellow, no one is in a better position to answer that question than you, surely.
I wasn't just asking for the fun of it, you know?
Well, I must thank you for your assistance in this matter, Mr. Sholmes. However, you are of no further use here. Kindly leave the courtroom at once.
But of course, in truth, I find myself rather busy now as a result of these developments. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
I trust you have Iris's lucky charm with you.
Absolutely. It's still in my pocket.
She sends her regards and a reminder. If you find yourself at a dead end, the ears are at your disposal. Just one tug, if you please. For the love of God, just one.
Oh, of course.
What does that mean exactly?
In that case, the trial will continue without delay.
Don't worry about it. This is quite entertaining. The trial is continuing, so let's just let them continue and talk.
I guess that's true. All right.
Bailiff, show the witness to the stand.
Rumble. So it's Lord Strongheart. He's the Reaper of the Bailey. Where exactly is this trial going to take me, I wonder? Just how deep am I about to be plunged into the blackness of the abyss? Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to head into the heart of this maelstrom and confront whatever horrors it tries to drown me under.
I get it, because his name's Maelstrom.
Uh-huh. And then in, like, what? In Japanese?
That was clever little wordplay there, Mr. Naruhodo.
I mean, in Japanese, his name is Heart Vortex, so, you know, it's still the same thing.
Nice, clever little wordplay. Thank you for that. Oh, dear Lord, where does she come from?
Why is she looking at him like that?
Papa?
Why is she looking at him like that? What?
So, witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
Eugene Mikotoba, lecturer in forensic medicine at the Imperial Yume University in Tokyo, Japan. Please stop looking at me like that.
Now, And Professor Mikotoba, the young lady beside you is...
Ah, this is Dr. Maria Gori. Scotland Yard's practicing coroner. The daughter of Dr. Scythe, I understand.
Yeah, Dr. Scythe.
I'm afraid I can't tell you why she's here. She just appeared. Please stop.
You summoned this strange Japanese man as a witness to that autopsy. But you don't summon Mama. That makes no sense. She was there too.
That's about the size of it. Is she allowed to be wielding those in here?
I have a permit.
I've had her eyes boring into the side of my cheek constantly. Whilst I was in the antechamber too.
Poor man. The idea of it's making me shudder.
Revelations about Dr. Scythe that came to light some days ago defiled the reputation of the entire judiciary. She was therefore deemed unfit to appear as a witness in today's proceedings. Ministry of Justice's decision on that is final.
Also, you probably bribed her.
Well, we wouldn't want any more perjury to be committed, would we?
Exactly. High five, Nancy's.
The Ministry of Justice. Some questionable strings are being pulled, I think.
I love how Maria just, like, puts on, like, what, her anti-perjury mask? Like, what did
She just locked in, okay?
I remember you, Dr. Mikotoba. But I certainly never expected to be meeting you under these circumstances. Yes, it's been a long time, Lord Strongheart.
I like how she's still looking at him, but now through the mask. Jesus.
Yeah, I had to try not laughing too loud when I saw that. It's like, okay, now it's even funnier. The prosecution understands that you were visiting a student of forensic science in London until 10 years ago.
You were visiting. Not visiting a student. Yeah? Yeah.
It's called fatigue.
Understood.
That's right. I studied under Dr. Wilson at St. Sinners. So you were present at the autopsy of my brother, Lord Clint Van Seeks. I was, yes. I assisted Dr. Wilson with the entire procedure.
Mama is far more skilled than any Japanese man.
Yes, thank you. That's not what this is about, but okay. Well, Dr. Wilson asked me to be his primary assistant on that occasion.
And this autopsy report was actually penned by you, I believe.
Yes. I noted all of the doctor's findings, and when we were done, he read through the document and signed it.
Poor Mama. As secondary assistant, she wouldn't have had such a good view of all the innards.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Define okay.
I don't believe I will.
Exactly. So, Professor, do you remember Inspector Gregson?
Yes, of course. If it wasn't for his insistence, Lord Van Seeks' autopsy would never have happened. But he was absolutely convinced that it would reveal decisive evidence against Genshin, you see. So Lord Strongheart had to entreat the nobility to allow it to take place. Do correct me if I'm wrong, my lord. It was as a result of that autopsy that a mass murderer was apprehended, and justice was done.
But Gregson admitted it before he was killed. He admitted that the results of the autopsy were fabricated. You were there at that time. You must testify. You have an obligation to tell the truth about what really went on.
Absolutely. That's precisely why I'm here.
And that's why I'm here too.
Very well then. You will give your formal testimony now, witness. But before you begin, a word of warning. Oh? You will state truthfully and accurately what you saw and what you heard at the time. I wouldn't dream of doing otherwise, my lord. The moment your testimony verges on supposition, I will expel you from my courtroom. Remember that.
The autopsy of Clint Van Zieks.
From my own observations, I couldn't say there was any indication of the autopsy reports having been fabricated. Death resulted from a wound made by a Western-style sword transfixing the heart. That I found a little strange.
There was no other signs of eternal injury. Nothing questionable at all. It was just that beautiful, but dangerous piece of evidence removed from the man's stomach.
Huh?
Presumed to have been swallowed by the victim as a way of posthumously identifying its assailant.
What in the what?
No indication, nothing to suggest fabrication.
Professor Mikatoba, are you certain about that?
Are we up to getting what part of the trial this is? It's the cross-examination. We have to find the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
I know, but
Well-
I like...
Well, nothing that I could positively identify as such, much less swear to in testimony.
You're-
Well, that clears things up nicely.
You really were Lord Dracula the whole time, weren't you?
The only fabrication here, Sogi, has come from you.
What?
You claim the inspector confessed just before his death, but that is the fabrication.
No, he freely acknowledged it. I swear he did.
Really? With the tip of a sword at his throat. The man was clearly at his wit's end. Both will give no credence to this confession that was uttered in obvious desperation. Quite simply, there was nothing questionable about the investigation of Lord Clint Van Zieks' death.
I think it's questionable the fact that you are acting like maniacal overlord there, but okay.
Well, he did say he was turning into the Joker.
I did say that. It's true. And with this testimony, we have, without question, uncovered the whole truth of the matter. And I'm sure you're going to request the cross-examination anyway, won't you?
Yes, because that's
Mr.
in my...
Cena. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good, continue.
I was gonna say, Mr. Cena, can you please utter your catchphrase right now? Oh, I can't see him. Dang it.
Well, yeah, his name is John C. Nah, not C. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sticking to it. I don't care. Y'all can cringe all you want. I'm cringe, but I'm free.
But that's how you know you're free, because if you are cringe, you're free from everything.
Exactly. If I may, my lord.
Oh my god.
While I may not be as cringe, there was most certainly something questionable about it. And the whole truth does rather elude us, I feel. I beg your pardon. Well, you're obviously aware of the facts of the case. All four of the professor's previous victims died when an enormous beast was set upon them that ripped out their throats.
Oh, such horrifying crimes. Why would someone use a poor puppy to do that?
But curiously, the killer's last victim, Lord Clint Van Seeks, suffered a different fate.
Yeah, you're right.
He was stabbed to the heart with a sword.
That's enough!
But he was here to court to give testimony. You're not going to allow him to do it?
He gave his testimony. We literally just heard it. I believe I warned you about this, witness. I promised to curtail your testimony as soon as it entered the realms of supposition or speculation.
Very well, my lord. In that case, the defense will pursue a conclusion to this during the cross-examination.
What?
We get to do that. We still get to do that.
I have the right, sir. I have the right to cross-examine every witness after testimony. And I fully intend to exercise that right. I would also like to point out that with this trial, we have completely removed the entire juror gimmick of this game.
Yep.
I feel like I just wanted to... Like, this is a very good case. But I also just realized...
Yeah, no, it's literally just Ace Attorney now.
Yeah. And they just, like, removed the entire gimmick of the courts for both the games in this last part.
So we don't want any perjury to happen, do we?
So we literally just went from Great Ace Attorney to just Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the transitional period. That's how we know they can't. That's why they can't make him the Great Ace Attorney, because now it just goes right into the regular series.
I hate that.
I'm afraid that even the presiding judge has no authority to contravene the letter of the law. As I'm sure every member of the judiciary present in the gallery would agree.
Oh, he's very right. I mean, you're the one who did invite us to sit in this, my lord. So, yeah, yes.
Very well. You may begin, counsel. However, the moment your argument strays from the established facts, I will not hesitate to bring the cross-examination to an end. Proceed with caution.
Yes, my lord. What is this, like, the freaking, like, Varn Karma case all over again, where if I press the wrong thing, I'm just gonna lose a life or something?
Throw caution into the wind, young Japanese boy.
Well, at least my health's replenished, so that's good. I think I know what I want to press, because what was found in the stomach?
A sword.
He ate the sword.
I have... Okay, alright, hang on. First things first. I need to bring this up. He ate the sword. He ate the sword.
Yes.
Okay. Were there lacerations in the throat?
I don't think he did eat the sword. I think that was the joke.
That's why I'm just like, okay, alright. Were there lacerations in the throat? Did you find any lacerations in the throat? Like What about the mouth? Like,
well, here's the
a
funny
sword,
thing.
you can't just cleanly eat a sword.
Well, that's the funny thing. I don't think it was noted at all that there was anything. There were no. There were external runes, but no internal ones. Wait, is it on this third page? So something.
No
was found...
internal trauma noted anywhere in the body.
Okay, but what did they get from the stomach then, for it to not cause any internal trauma? You know what I mean?
Okay, but that's what I mean. Like, that's the contradiction. Like, you're saying you swallowed a sword or a piece of the sword, whatever. Okay, and you're telling me that left no internal trauma. Zero.
Think, hold on, I think you're misreading the statement. It was the sword transfixing into the heart. It was Kirby that was jokingly saying he ate the sword. He didn't actually eat the sword.
Yeah.
He
ate a sword! You idiot! We all eat sword!
Okay, maybe I just need to reread that. Like, I was too busy reading. Like, hang on.
I was just like, hold on. No one said he ate the sword. That was KB making a joke. Wait.
Yeah.
You got a little too excited about people eating swords there.
I somehow I got it in my head that he ate the sword. Like, somehow that just is like, yep, established fact. Anyway.
I will say something. They did find something.
Wait, right there! Right there!
Okay, he found something in his stomach. We're good. That's what I wanted to press anyway. What exactly
Hail,
was...
brother Clint. What are you doing? Oh, you know, my good brother Baroque. I'm just eating my favorite sword sandwich.
Oh no!
What exactly was it though? What does beautiful but dangerous mean?
Well, it was sparkly and round, with a hole, as if it might slip over a finger, perhaps.
It was a ring, belonging to Genshin Asogi.
My father's ring was inside the victim's stomach?
At the time, Genshin wore a large ring on the Digitus... What the...
He's using the technical term.
Yeah, I know, I've just never heard it.
Yeah.
Genshin wore a large ring on the Digitus quartus of his left hand, the fourth, or ring finger. I'd understood it was some sort of keepsake.
When my father left Japan for London 16 years ago, I was 8 years old. But I remember that ring.
You do?
My father's possessions were sent to our family home in Japan after his death, but the ring wasn't among them.
Obviously not. It was a key piece of evidence. It remains under lock and key in the stores of Scotland Yard to this day. After the autopsy, Genshin was summoned by the police to check for the presence of his ring. It wasn't on his hand, of course. Moreover, there were deep abrasions on his finger where it had been pulled off. They arrested the man there and then, right before my eyes.
How could they? I brought the ring along with me today.
Convenient!
What? Ow! That is sure a ring!
That looks
Bro!
like a Lord Dracula ring.
Bro! What is that? What is that?
It grants you 50 points in defense and gives you the lifesteal technique.
Bro, like, can I wear that in my Diablo build?
Lewis, Megatoma's face is probably Lewis's expression right now, like, what?
Just like me, I was like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Taisa,
Kazuma-san, what the hell is that?
Yubila.
That's my
What
father's
am I
ring.
looking at? What in the world?
We use swords, what did you expect?
Not that.
Here it is, a bit dusty from years in the stores.
Gracious! Yes, that's it. Haven't seen that in 10 long years.
And
I've been wondering
that-
where I can get a buff.
And that was found inside the victim's stomach?
Yes, I'm afraid so. You know what? Actually, I'm going back to my statement. No internal injuries from swallowing that? From swallowing that?
That's like a sword in a way.
Bro, that is like 3 knives on a ring! Pretty sure I can chop eggs with that!
Are you sure about that?
There's John Cena!
You hesitated there, Professor Vikatoba. Should we read something into that?
Well, it's just that thinking back now. I didn't actually witness the moment it was extracted from the victim's body.
Oh my, really?
That precise moment, Dr. Wilson had asked me to fetch him a new scalpel, you see. Dr. Gory? The removal of historic evidence from the stores requires my consent, does it not? I'm dissociating.
Mood.
However it came to be here, the court cannot deny that this is crucial evidence for today's proceedings.
Very well, you may submit it. Genshin Asogi's a D2 buff stat ring.
Our ring belonged to Genshin Shogi, found in Lord Clint Van Zeek's stomach during the autopsy, and the claws clasping on the gem looked sharp enough to cause a very nasty scratch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, you got that as a drop from a boss in Diablo 2.
I pulled that off, Miss Giselle Bretz, when well, never mind.
Oh, I was like, wait, what are you talking about? It's not the sort of ring normally seen in Japan. They almost look like claws protecting that jewel.
You must examine it very carefully, Mr. Naruto. Very carefully indeed.
I don't think we need to really examine it at all, because there's already a statement that doesn't make any dang sense, considering how that ring looks.
Yeah, but examine it anyway, it's funny.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but sure. Well, let's examine the ring. I think we only have time to examine the ring, so we will examine the ring.
I just want to know. I need to just see this thing up close. Like,
these fat claws are doing a good job of protecting the equally fat gemstone in the middle of this ring.
Like I feel like the girl in the shoes. They're like, what are those?
Mr. Naruto, what is this? Yes, if you were clumsy, you could give yourself another nasty cut on them, I should think.
Ow! Now my finger's bleeding. The claws really are sharp.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going back to my statement, honestly. Like,
Oh,
no signs of
right.
internal injury. How?
That
Literally,
was
how?
That was a very quick clumsiness, Mr. Naruto, even for you. It seems like you're doing that on purpose.
Who would make such a dangerous ring?
Why did you touch it like that?
You couldn't swallow without doing yourself some fairly serious damage, surely. Look, we have to examine the evidence. So how else do I examine it? I have to hold it.
A sticky mochi bun about the science will go down much better with some red bean paste in the middle.
Aw, that sounds pretty yummy, actually. Someone as clumsy as me would probably manage to choke on it somehow. You know what?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
know
know
what?
you choked on the mochi I made last week.
You know what, Ryunosuke? I'm glad that you are able to admit that. Okay, that's it.
I thought I was about to, yeah, I was just like, is there a description on it? No, it's just, it's sharp.
It doesn't have an engraving? Really?
Apparently not.
I'm surprised.
Well, I'm pretty sure we know what we gotta do in the next video when we get back to this, because there is no way...
We need to make someone swallow this ring for science.
Okay, Naruhodo, you're up.
What? No! I'll die!
It's okay, I'm right here. I'll use my patented Susato Heimlich.
That's a sacrifice we're willing to make.
But I can't continue the trial if I die!
Don't worry
It's
about
okay. I've impersonated you before. I can do it again.
Wait, what?
it. What?
Oh, right. That wasn't you. That was your cousin. I forgot. Sorry.
Alright, next video, folks. Next video.